All right, what's up, cleaners? It is Monday, January 19th. This is typically the slow season for a lot of carpet cleaners out there. I know some people are sitting around with not a ton of jobs on your schedule. Phones maybe not ringing as much as it was just a couple months ago. And it can get a little stressful sometimes if you haven't planned for this or if you haven't been through it before. But if you've been through it, then hopefully you have a plan to keep yourself busy during the slow season. Me personally, when I had my carpet cleaning business, we leaned into upholstery cleaning and rug cleaning jobs this time of year. And I've talked about this extensively in previous coaching calls, but if you offer other services, this might be a good time of year to offer those services to your customers. So send out an email, send out a postcard, make some phone calls, send out a text message, do something like that to promote some of those other services that you offer. If you're a house cleaner, then this is not the big seasonal dip for you that carpet cleaners experience, but we got a lot of carpet cleaners who watch these videos. And so I know this time of year, they tend to slow down. My own business, even when I first started my carpet cleaning business, I was shocked at how much slower it was in the wintertime, but it made sense because I was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where it snowed every year, right? Like it was snowy, icy, it was bitter cold. And a lot of people, they just didn't want to get their carpets clean because you're just going to track all that mess in through the house, or I'll just wait until spring, or whatever the excuse is not to get it done right now. Winter tends to be a slow season for those folks who are just doing carpet cleaning. Like I said, lean into upholstery cleaning, lean into area rug cleaning. We did really well with an offsite rug cleaning service for our customers. We set up like a makeshift rug pit at our office where we could pick up mostly pet stained, pet odor type rugs from our customers, bring them back to our shop, clean them off site, and then bring them back to the customer when they were done. That service was really popular this time of year. So if you offer stuff like that, maybe you want to promote those services to your customers. We can talk about how to do that a little bit later on in this video. But first, I wanted to talk about something else you can do with your time if you're a little bit slow right now. I've talked a lot in the past about picking up the phone and calling your past customers or sending text messages and emails. But I actually right now want to talk about shooting videos and taking photos for your business. I think that's just as valuable as making a phone call. In fact, a video could get you a lot more mileage. If you shoot a short 30, 60-second clip for your business right now while you're slow, you could use that in ads for the rest of the year. You could use the time that you have right now to set up a tripod or a selfie stick. And I'll give you an example. I get this question sometimes, right? Like if I'm out cleaning by myself, how do I shoot videos? I'll tell you how to do it. I'll show you the tool that I would use. But use this downtime, shoot some content for your business. If you're not in the habit of shooting content on the job regularly, like I know some cleaners out there, they're shooting photos and videos of every job. Sometimes they're posting from every single job that they do on social media. Maybe they're putting it in their stories, or they're just taking a picture or a video just to document it and to attach it to the job inside a House Call Pro or whatever, right? Some people are in the habit of documenting every job, taking videos, taking photos. A lot of people are not. And I want that to be the thing that you change in your business this year. I want you to start thinking, I got to take pictures. I got to shoot videos. Otherwise, I'm going to get left behind. I know a lot of people are talking about AI right now, and we'll talk about AI at some point in a future coaching call. I think a lot of people are interested in how to rank in AI engines, how to show up when people are searching on different AI tools. And we can talk about how to do that. But one of the things that I think you could actually do right now, rather than researching how to show up on AI or signing up for an AI service, I think actually something more productive you could do right now with your downtime is to just go out and shoot some videos. And this could actually help you with your AI strategy. So keep that in mind. If you're wanting to show up on AI searches more often, having more video content for your business could actually help you with that. So we'll talk about that on a future call. But right now I want to focus on video. If you're not in the habit of making videos regularly, this is a great time of year to just go ahead and shoot some videos or shoot a couple of videos in bulk while you have the downtime. This was my favorite time of year to call up Kelly's sister, who had a lovely house in the suburbs that was, a couple of carpeted bedrooms, carpeted staircase, carpet in the living room. She had some furniture that we cleaned, and the house was it was decorated nicely. It made a perfect set for videos. So this was our favorite time of year to call her up and offer our services for free if she didn't mind me shooting a couple of little clips of my crew doing the cleaning. And she always, of course, said yes. So maybe you have a customer like that. Maybe you have a friend or relative that you could make a deal with if you want to find a good set for you to shoot these videos. But I highly recommend that you go do something like this. If you don't have a customer's house that you feel comfortable shooting videos in, I know some people feel awkward whipping out a camera and shooting content in someone else's house because you've got the family photos on the wall, you've got some identifiable information, and people leave all kinds of stuff out laying on the tables and the dressers and the nightstands and all that stuff, coffee tables. So if you want to be delicate with your customer's info, like it's a good idea to pick a customer, maybe a close friend, family member that you know can have all their stuff picked up and they don't mind if you use their house as a set. If you don't have that person, I would encourage you to use a property management job, like a vacancy, or even a commercial job if that's all you can do. Or if it comes down to it, use your own home. Maybe your own home, you could use some area in your house, like there's one room or there's one specific area where you could actually shoot a short video or something like that. If that's where you have to start, I would start there. Like I'm thinking of my own house right now. I have a carpeted staircase. I could kind of like look down on that staircase from above and shoot a clip, or I could shoot a clip of me cleaning the stairs from below. But like just pick an area where you could shoot a video and grab a couple clips, right? Get a couple clips that you could use on social media, a couple clips that you could use in your ads this year. You could even get fancy and try narrating it if you want to. You don't have to get crazy here, but like introduce your business, the services that you offer, tell people what area you serve, tell people how to contact you. I'll give you a really, really quick example of that. So you might want to shoot a clip of yourself cleaning the carpets in an empty room, right? And by the way, if you're thinking to yourself, I'm a solo cleaner, I don't have anybody to shoot these clips, I don't have a partner standing there who can video this for me. Let me show you what I would use. This right here was something like $20 on Amazon. It is basically a telescoping selfie stick. And this one's got the magnet on it. So it will like attach to an iPhone with a magnet, but they make ones that clip onto your phone as well. These are incredible, not just for going to Disneyland and being a tourist, right? No, this one actually pops open into a little tripod base and then it extends and gets pretty tall. I've got another one that's actually like 6 feet tall and is a little more heavy duty than this. You can get these for like 20, 30 bucks on Amazon. And then you also probably have a timer on your phone's camera app, or you could just hit the record button on the video and then walk into the frame and do the cleaning and then come back and hit stop afterwards. And you could edit the clip, right? Just remove the beginning and the end of it so that people don't see you starting and stopping the camera or whatever, right? But like this simple tool, if this unlocks the ability for you to video yourself when you're in a vacancy or cleaning in a house and you see an opportunity to grab a clip that would be useful for your marketing this year, grab one of these and then get in the habit of doing that. Start right now while you're slow, right? Pick a job that's coming up in the next week where you know that you'll have a little extra time on the job, will look good in video or come across well in photos, and just grab a couple of pictures, grab a couple video clips of yourself cleaning or your technicians cleaning. If it's not you in the field, if it's your technicians cleaning, grab some videos of them, but take advantage of this time. Go out and get a couple of those clips. When I was doing this at first, I basically started out with just a couple of clips of us cleaning carpets. And then as I had my business year after year, I realized that these clips were really useful. I was getting a lot of mileage out of them. And so I started going back and I started getting upholstery cleaning clips. I started getting clips of us getting down and inspecting the carpet. I started getting clips of us cleaning area rugs, moving furniture, vacuuming the carpet. I started grabbing clips of us pulling into the driveway with our van, knocking on the door, pulling on our shoe covers. I started to pull together a bunch of different clips that I could use for various things in my business. I could post those on social. I could edit together a short little video, use it as an ad. At one point, I actually had so many of these clips that I edited them together into a 9 or a 10-minute long training video for my employees. Like I had our whole process detailed in enough short video clips that I could just string it together into an instructional video and then show that to new employees, give them that link and they could watch that, see our whole process end to end. So that was super helpful for training.
We also have a client that includes a video of his cleaning process in all the emails that he sends to potential clients when he sends a quote.
That is exactly right. We also used to do the same thing for commercial. So I highly recommend that you set expectations for your customers. If you're not already doing this, then you should be doing this and make this your year to start doing it. But set expectations for customers after they book a job with you. Send them some sort of a text message or an email that tells them how to prepare for you to come and clean their carpets. That's what I used to do. I sent them a short checklist that told them to move any small items off the floor, to vacuum the carpet if possible, and have pets put away and that sort of thing. Have a space in the driveway for us, have the driveway shoveled if there's been snow. I put all those things into a checklist that was how to prepare for us. I've seen our clients, like Kelly was just talking about, even a step further and make a video describing how the process is going to look and what it's going to be like when they get there, start to finish. You could do the same thing. I did that for commercial clients. When we had commercial clients that we were bidding on, I really struggled to set my business apart at first. It took me a long time to figure out pricing. I didn't know how to price commercial jobs in my area, and I just kept losing jobs over and over, and I couldn't figure out why. And then finally I started calling back to ask, like, how did you actually end up on this job? Like, who did you hire? How much did you pay them? I'm trying to improve my pricing. Is there anything you can tell me? And I had a couple people actually give me feedback that told me how I needed to adjust my pricing. But then once I had my pricing in place and I knew that I was bidding a little more appropriately or competitively to win some of those jobs, especially the ones I really wanted to win, I had to bid more competitively on those and then try to get those clients to have me come in and clean more frequently. It took me a while to learn that. Even then, I still struggled to get those commercial jobs to hire me. And one of the ways that I figured out to set myself apart was to include a short video that showed our commercial cleaning process step by step and why we were different from other cleaners. And we were a low moisture cleaning company, by the way. So we weren't doing steam cleaning. And I know this is a hot topic, but we were doing commercial low moisture cleaning. And so I would show how we did our low moisture cleaning process and how the carpets could be dry in like an hour after we did the cleaning. We showed that process in a video, sent it along with every estimate that we did. And that really helped set us apart and helped us close more deals. I shot that video at a commercial job when we had some extra time, and I used a tool just like this to do it. So go out, take the time that you have right now, shoot some video clips, think of creative ways that you can use them in your business. We just described 4 or 5 different ways that you could take video clips and use them in your business this year, from training employees, closing more commercial jobs, setting expectations with your customers, social media content, ads for your business, but you need to get the clips first. So go out, grab your iPhone, your Galaxy phone, whatever you use, your Pixel phone, right? I don't care. You can get a real camera if you're into that kind of stuff, right? But you don't have to. You can do this with a phone. Just go out and start getting the clips right now. And one other piece of advice that I'll give you, if you decide that you want to narrate your content, if you decide that you want to say something in the video, maybe you want to stand there and talk to the camera and say something, highly recommend that you invest in a good microphone. Again, you can find these super cheap on Amazon. I actually just got a new one from Amazon recently. And you know, why don't I just pull it up right now? Because I think this thing is actually pretty cool. So it comes in this little pouch. I won't take the whole thing out, but I'll pull it up here. And it's one of their newer mic kits. I think it's this one right here. It's the DJI mic mini kit. This one was a little bit more expensive. I used to have a cheaper wireless mic set that I got from Amazon that was more like 40, 50 bucks. And you can look on Amazon and find all kinds of options. Like if you go look for wireless microphone for iPhone camera, wireless lavalier microphone, you'll find a ton of them out there. I think this is the one that I got right here. It's a DJI mic setup with 2 little clip-on mics. And then this is the receiver that actually plugs into your iPhone. You can kind of see it's got a USB plug right there that plugs into your iPhone. These are fantastic. They're super easy to use. They're really useful if you're shooting videos and you want to make sure the audio is crisp and clear and professional. If you use one of these microphones, it cuts down on the need to edit your videos. Like you don't have to have professional editing software or professional audio software to make the audio sound decent. If you just get a good microphone, then your videos are going to sound a lot better and a lot more professional. And these are pretty inexpensive. I could show you some other options here. Like there are tons of, we'll say iPhone microphone. There's tons of them out here. Look, this is actually the one I have, $59. That's a great deal. This is the one I got. Go check that one out. But there are even cheaper ones. If you don't have the budget for the DJI set, you could get even a cheaper one. And I started out with the cheaper one. I shot videos with those for years. That will really level up the audio. If you're narrating a video, you might be saying something like, hey, it's Ruben with ABC Cleaning. We offer carpet and upholstery cleaning services in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area. If you'd like a free quote, call us at 414 yada, 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 or visit our website, abccleaning.com, right? For example. So if you're shooting videos like that and you want a microphone, you might want to use something like this. They're super cheap and useful. And then the selfie stick tripod thing that I was talking about, you can find those on Amazon too. These are also pretty inexpensive. Look, here's one for 20 bucks. This one's 10 bucks. I'm guessing you could probably spend more if you look through here, but there's a ton of these. You could even get a fancy gimbal if you're walking around and doing videos and you want the camera to be stable. But honestly, these selfie sticks are super useful for just like popping open this tripod, sticking the camera in the corner of the room and shooting a quick clip of yourself cleaning. I really, really like these for that purpose. Anyways, those are the tools of the trade.
One tip might be to get, maybe don't super cheap out on this because you do want it to be stable. And if you're moving carpet cleaning equipment around, it can shake the camera. So maybe get one that's a little more robust.
Totally. I also recommend, if you're able, even if you're a solo cleaner, find somebody who can come help you out just for like an hour and shoot these clips, because you can get cooler angles and stuff if you got someone else there to help you out, right? Like one of the videos I did for my company, we used the low moisture cleaning method, right? So we used like a 17 floor buffer, right? we were using these 175 RPM floor buffers like this. We were scrubbing carpets with them. And one day I had the idea to shoot a quick video clip of us using this buffer and having the buffer just like sweep super low, or having the camera get super low to the carpet and the buffer sweep by in front of it. And I used that clip for all kinds of stuff in my business. Like I got tons of mileage out of that clip. I probably could have done it with a tripod, but it was actually a lot easier to have somebody sit there with the camera and film it up close. So I had somebody else do that. Or actually, I think I filmed it while my employees were running the floor buffer that day. But yeah, you can get creative with the clips. You can get up close. You can get people from above or behind, up high, down low. If you have somebody else there to help you out with that, you can get much cooler angles. So, you know, a helping hand is nice sometimes, but if you don't have that, grab one of these selfie sticks and that'll help you out. I think that's probably enough about video for now. Hopefully that inspires you to get out and shoot a couple of clips while you have some free time. I mentioned earlier that if you offer other services, this is a good time of year to start promoting those services to your customers. I really think that's true. Like if you are not in the habit of contacting your customers and offering them your other services anyways, that's something you should be doing. But when you are slow, if you have a slow time of year, or if you have a slow week or a slow month or something like that, and you're trying to fill spots in your schedule, it's great to just reach out to your customers with a quick message and let them know, hey, I have a special on upholstery cleaning, or hey, did you know we offered area rug cleaning? So if you've got area rugs that need to be picked up, need pet treatment, we'll pick them up, bring them back to you when they're done, that kind of thing. You can reach out to your customers and you can offer that sort of thing. If you don't have a way to reach out to your customers, as a client of Book Cleaning Jobs, you should have a way to do this. You have access to the CRM. It's at bookcleaningjobs.com/CRM. If you're not a Book Cleaning Jobs client, you could sign up for this CRM and get access to it. We can do, I think, a 14-day free trial. And then it's $97 a month if you want to use the CRM to be able to send emails to your customers. There are some usage fees and that kind of thing if you're sending a lot of emails or a lot of text messages and registering phone numbers, because there's a lot of features inside of the CRM. But I want to mention email because everybody who's a client at Book Cleaning Jobs right now, we've already set up email marketing for you. We set this up for you when we were setting up your website. And so you have the ability to email your list from inside of the CRM right now. If you'd like to send out an email blast, right? An email to your subscribers, to your customers, to let them know that you're running an upholstery cleaning special, or that you're offering area rug cleaning services, or whatever, right? Tile and grout cleaning, hardwood refinishing, stone, right? Whatever countertop services. If you want to offer any of those niche services to your clients, if you want to like get that message out there, email is a great way to do it. I'm going to show you really quick how to do it inside of the CRM, because I think a lot of people, they just don't know that this is even available. So if you're a client of Book Cleaning Jobs, you can go to bookcleaningjobs.com and there's a link to log into the CRM. You might have to search to find it. I believe it's down at the bottom of the website, but you should also have an email from when we created your account for you. So search your inbox for this, because you have a login to your CRM. And when you log into your CRM, you have the ability inside of here to do a whole bunch of different things. If you click on this marketing tab right here, one of the things you can do is you can actually send emails. Inside of the CRM, all of the people who filled out a lead form on your website or chatted with the chat widget on your website, all of those people are saved inside of your CRM. So you could send an email out to all of those people and let them know that you are offering a rug cleaning special right now. And that if you have pet odor or pet stains, you offer pet treatment as well. You could put together an email. Maybe you don't know how to write an email. That's okay. You can use ChatGPT, but you could put together an email and send it out to all of the people on your list by clicking this button right here that says create campaign, and just literally starting from a blank email. I'd recommend you start with this plain text editor. I don't think you need to get into fancy designs and all that stuff. You could get into that later if you want to get more advanced, but start with the plain text editor and you can literally type out a message to your customers and let them know about the special that you're running, are offering rug cleaning services and pet treatment. So this is where you can literally just type in the message to your customers. I'd recommend you increase the font size. 14 is a little small. What's cool about the system is you have these custom values. I know that sounds scary, but all that means is like if you want to pull in somebody's first name, you can literally pull their first name into the email, and then this email will be personalized when it sends out to all the people on your list. So you could say, hi, first name, Happy New Year. We're offering area rug deep cleaning services for a limited time at 25% off. You don't have to give a discount. You could come up with an offer of your own, or you could just offer it full price and just let people know that you offer the service, whatever you want to do, right? And also you can go write this in ChatGPT. I'm just typing this out as an example so you can see what's possible here, right? We're offering area rug deep cleaning services for a limited time at 25% off. If your rugs have pet stains or odor, we have a treatment that can remove it for a small additional fee. Would you like us to come pick up any rugs from you this coming week? let me know. P.S. If you'd like a free estimate on rug cleaning, you can visit our website and fill out the form. Really simple email. We might call this rug cleaning special, 25% off. And if you want, you can preview this email, see what it would look like. There you go. Happy New Year. We're offering yada, yada, yada. You can see what it looks like on desktop, tablet, mobile. Check that out. Make sure it looks good to you. But I like doing these plain text emails. The reason I like the plain text emails, I know some people are going, wait, but wouldn't I have graphics? Where's my logo? Like, I want this to look like it came from my company. I hear you. Totally understand that. These plain text emails have a high deliverability rate, meaning when you send plain text emails like this to your customers, they're more likely to actually show up in the customer's inbox. And if you don't show up in the inbox, if you get sent to the spam folder because your email is full of images and logos and broken code and stuff, Gmail is going to see all that stuff. Yahoo's going to see all that. Hotmail is going to see all that. And they're going to say, this email looks like spam, and they're going to stick you in the spam folder. These plain text emails, I think they do a lot better. They get much higher deliverability rate. So you'll actually get into your customers' inboxes at a much higher rate. And if you get in the inbox more often, then you'll get more opens on your emails and you'll get more responses from people. So anyways, I like sending the plain text emails for those reasons. You can get really good at typing out emails like this, sending them once a week or even more. I mean, you could send emails twice a week, 3 times a week, as much as you want to, right? Maybe walk the line of annoying your customers and being profitable, right? Figure out where that line is for your business. But send emails frequently to your customers. It's super, super easy to type these out. And like I said, you can use AI to write these emails. There's actually an AI upgrade within the CRM if you want to have AI built into this that will just write all your emails, or social media posts if you want to do social posts from inside the CRM. If you want to send text messages or do anything else like that, the AI can help you do it. But that is an extra upgrade. You could also just go over to ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, any of your favorite AI tools, write your email over there and just copy and paste it into here. So anyways, next thing you would do, super simple, put in the sender name, the sender email, a subject line. So we'll just fill this in really quickly. And these are like the last details just to make sure that, people know who sent this email. So this would be from ABC Cleaning, or maybe it would be from Ruben at ABC Cleaning. And then the sender email would be, we'll say no reply at abccarpetcleaning.com. And the subject line would be 25% off rug cleaning services plus pet treatment. You can fill this out if you want to. It's actually optional. Preview text is, if I'm looking at this email, the notification that comes in on my smartphone, if I'm looking at that notification, there's the subject line at the top. It says who the email's from. Then there's the subject line. And then there's a little extra line of text that looks like the beginning of the email, but you could actually write custom text and pop it into that preview text area. You can do that right here. So you might want to fill this in with some kind of custom text, but you can also leave it blank. And then what usually happens is, Gmail and the other email apps, they'll just show the first lines of your email. And if you wrote a good email, that's good. All right. Then you can choose who you want to send the email to. You could choose specific contacts. You can send it to all the contacts in your email list. And I think that's probably fine. If these are all valid contacts and you can send them to everybody. If you have a smart list, like you've created a specific smart list for like best customers or people you've already served or leads versus customers or something like that, you could have different lists in here. But most of you are probably just going to send this to all of your contacts. You could turn all these on and track clicks, add UTM tracking, add tags. You could do all these fancy things. You could even resend the email later on. If people don't open it, you could resend it like 12 hours later and try to get them to open it again. But you don't have to turn all that stuff on. Those are advanced features. You don't have to use any of that stuff in order to send an email. You can keep it super, super simple. Once that's filled out, you could literally just send this email. If you want to schedule it for the future, you'll click this schedule button up here, and then you can select the date and the time that you want to send this email out. And then you would hit review and schedule. And that's it. Hit that big blue button and your email is scheduled. Or if you're sending it now, when you hit that big blue button, you're going to review it and you're just going to send that email out and it'll go out instantly to everybody on your list. Highly recommend that you take advantage of this tool. If you're not using email marketing in your business, this is something that you could do on a weekly basis that might drive a couple more jobs to you. Even if it brought in an extra job or two a week, I think it would be worth sending an email. This is also the kind of thing that you could do like in bulk. You could batch create these emails. In my fever dream fantasy, you could write an entire year's worth of emails for your cleaning business using AI and then schedule them all in here in advance and then just send an email out every single week on autopilot. That would be super cool. Maybe you want to do that like a month in advance or 3 months in advance, just kind of batch your emails and schedule them. That's a super organized way to do this. Another really pro tip for you, if you're thinking about hiring somebody for your business this year, maybe you're even thinking about hiring a virtual assistant, maybe even an offshore VA, somebody from like the Philippines or somewhere like that, and you're thinking of work that person could do for your cleaning business, this is the kind of work they could do for you. they could help you write and schedule and send these emails every week and stay on top of your email list and stay in contact with them. And like I said, if you send a weekly email to your list and that nets you just 1 or 2 extra jobs a week, I think it's probably worth it. And if you can get it off your plate by batching it, automating it, or delegating it to somebody else on your team, like a virtual assistant, then even better. But the tool's here for you. Use it. If you're not using it, go take advantage of it. There are tons of other features inside of here that you could use. There's the social media tool if you want to schedule social media posts. You can also send out SMS messages. So if you want to send out bulk SMS to your list, everyone who has a valid phone number, you could SMS message them and let them know about specials. You can do that in here as well. You'll need to have a phone number registered though, and that phone number has to be approved for text messaging. There's a process to go through to get registered for that. Reach out to the team if you need help with it. But all these tools are available. I hope you take advantage of them. The email tool is an easy one to get started with. So I hope that maybe you'll start there. And then after you send out your email, by the way, come back like a day or 2 later and come look in here and see how many emails actually got delivered and opened. You could get fancy after that. You could dig in, right? And you could start to remove people who have invalid emails, people who don't ever open your emails. You could kick them off your list and just go after the most active people, the most likely people to open your emails. You could get crazy with the data in the future, but like just get started sending some emails. And then you'll see how many people are opening and responding to your emails, and you can get better at writing, crafting emails every week to get people to open and actually book a service with you. All right. I think we went a little deeper on that today than I intended to, but I hope it was helpful for somebody out there. We don't talk about email marketing on this channel nearly enough. And I think a lot of people think email is a thing of the past. I talk to cleaners nearly every single week that tell me, dude, I don't check my email. What are you talking about? And I get it, right? Like you're out in the field, you're probably living and dying by phone calls, text messages. Email is a really popular channel still. People who work white collar jobs, especially, they're usually in their inbox all day, every day while they're at work. And if you can catch them via email, this is a great way to get in front of those people, remind them about your service, and maybe they can click your email, go to your website and just book an appointment with you using your online booking system. So think about that. Send some emails out this year. All right. I hope this was helpful. I don't think we're going to have any questions tonight on the call. So Kelly, anything else that we need to mention before we wrap up today?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, cool. This is going to be an exciting year for everybody here at BookCleaningJobs, for all the clients that we're working with. I think with AI and everything else that's going on, our team is super ready for it and we're ready to help you succeed. So reach out to us if you need help with anything. If you're shooting videos for your company, send those over to us. We can take those videos and use them like on YouTube ads, for instance, but send us those videos once you get them done. We'd love to see them. And yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments, reach out to us directly if you need help. Great talking with you, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.